Hi everyone, it's Akita Akari Aurora. I hope you are having a lovely Halos Eve, All Saints and All Souls Day, which is actually tomorrow, but it kicks off today, right, with a little Samhain. So, happy Halloween, everybody. It's October 31st, and this gene key is gene key number 28, the shadow of purposelessness, the gift of totality, and the CD of immortality. Its programming partner is gene key number 27. And Richard Rudd says there is a deep sense of thrill that comes as you progressively face your inner demons. And this is about embracing the dark side. All right. So this is Gene Key 28, the gift of totality. And it actually went from October 25th to October 31st. And I thought, hey, the best day to bring it out would be on Hallows Eve. All right, all right. So let's see what wisdom story is here for us. I was a sensitive, fearful child. I looked around me and saw all that could go wrong. I could lose someone I loved. An earthquake could hit. A bomb could go off. I could fall and hurt myself. I could get sick. My heart could break. Wherever I looked, I felt unsafe. As I grew older, I became obsessed with fear, or rather, with avoiding death. At first, I focused on safety and survival. I worked hard to stay healthy, to make money, to build a home, and to become a pious member of the community. Though I seemed happy and at ease to others, I felt hollow inside. Halloween? Deep down, I knew I was meant to do more with my life, but I was afraid to do it. I was waiting for a readiness that never seemed to come. The quality of my fears began to change. I became less worried about not making a living and more worried about no reason to live. I began experiencing night tremors and terrors. As soon as my head hit the pillow, I was chased down, struck by gremlins, and obliterated by natural disasters. I started avoiding sleep, too afraid to close my eyes, instead, wide-eyed and reckless. I hurled myself into activity after activity, determined to fill up my life with meaning and a sense of security. If I could only take more risks, or do more, or do it faster, I thought. So I bought a bicycle and tore down the street without a helmet. My gambling behavior landed me in the hospital. For months, I was forced to be still, with eyes closed and nothing but my inner demons to keep me company. As I was lying there immobilized, I had no choice but to face the multitude of fears I had been trying to escape ever since I was a child. 444 coming in. My fear of pain, of pleasure, of the past, of the future, of failure, of success, of life, of death, of non-existence, of purposelessness. It wasn't until I gave myself fully to the fear that the strangest thing happened. All of my senses heightened. An inexplicable sense of aliveness welled up in my heart, and I was overcome by the eternal nature of my human spirit. From that moment on, I've trusted life and committed myself unconditionally to whatever it's brought to me. That's a deep, deep trust and surrendering. My gift to you. It is time to stop postponing your life and to embrace the entirety of it. The pain as much as the pleasure. I bring you the gift of totality. I ask you to surrender yourself entirely to life's mystery. In this moment, close your eyes. Close your eyes, everybody. Be still. Listen with even widening ears. If possible, move willingly towards the dark. You will soon discover that your demons are only, I love this, divine messengers in disguise. As you wholeheartedly make friends with adversity, you will find yourself feeling increasingly unfettered. When you are no longer afraid of death, you will finally be free to do what you've come here to do. Leave an eternal mark on this planet with the golden ink of your heart. To be alive is to be here, now, fully. That is all. Whew, these Gene Key stories. Oh my God, sometimes I get so emotional with these because I have such deep resonance with the stories. And they also bring forth more clarity on messages that I've received from my divine messengers in meditation. And it just becomes a confirmation and synchronistic moment of those messages received. Whew, this is a powerful one. I say that with all, right? Because Gene Key exploration is so powerful. Questions for contemplation. Is there an inner demon you have been refusing to face? Are you constantly in motion? Do you engage in risky behavior in order to escape from how you feel? Are you terrified of being still? What are you scared of? Are you forever looking for your life purpose? Do you know what it is but can never follow through? When was the last time you felt deeply aligned with your purpose or connected to the totality of existence? Write your own eulogy. Find a creative way to honor your own immortality. Share what you write with someone you love. That is a beautiful process. I think we had to do that when I was studying shamanism. I think we did that practice of writing our own eulogy or something like that. That's interesting. But these are great practices and things we can do, journal and contemplative questions that we can ask ourselves to move us deeper into our darkness and our demons and get those divine messengers, right? Our divine messages from our divinity, our transmutation of that darkness to light. That's what you are, right? All right, and you guys know I say it every week, the dragons and the unicorns, they just perfectly paired as always. This week we have the deep blue dragon saying to us that our pathways are clear. It keeps us safe by clearing our pathways. And its message is to trust that you are protected. Walk on a path of light. And the unicorn messages are number 15, the cosmic rainbow. Look for the pot of gold, accept joy. And number 8, open to abundance. Believe you deserve and accept plenty and prosperity. Isn't that beautiful? So Gene Key 28 really encourages us to go into the depth and to embrace our own demons and darkness, right? And the deep blue dragon comes here to say, hey, you're protected and safe as you walk this path of light. And then the unicorns say, travel along that rainbow, your cosmic self, your chakras. Look for the pot of gold and accept joy. Know that the opportunity, the new opportunity is ahead of you. The clouds have passed. And open yourself up to more abundance because now we know, not believe, we know that we are deserving and worthy. And we accept the plenty and the prosperity that comes with that knowing. All right, so let's get into it. All right, so the deep blue dragon.
All
Let's see what the
right.
deep
Hello.
blue
And
dragon
do you know
has
333
for
came
us.
back in right at the end?
The angel numbers and the numerology is just showing us the totality of the moment, right? 333 is 9. 3 times 3 times 3. All right. Totality. What is that? The numbers are upon me now. Totality, number 28. The number there would be 10, which is 1. And then altruism, the number 27, which is 9. So again, that totality, that energy, that totality between 1 and 9. So I think today's divinity code for this one is going to be 019. Yeah, 019. Totality. All right, let's see what Deep Blue Dragon, what message the deep blue dragon has for us, right? It keeps us safe by clearing our paths. It is a fifth dimensional dragon. It consumes dense energy. So this is the main message here, the consummation of dense energy, and not just your own, but literally clearing the path, right? So it allows us to clear the density. It's almost like that. Is it the onyx or the tourmaline? One of those crystals. One protects you from your own negative energy, and the other protects you from your own as well as others. It's good to have both, right? Because we all have our own negativity that we need to clear and transmute, right? But there are locations and people and businesses and industries and systems and groups, that really do carry dense energy. And one of the things about self-mastery is that serenity prayer, right? Knowing what you can control and you cannot. So this deep blue dragon energy comes in to help us to consume dense energy and clear that dense energy that might be along our pathway, right? So we live in a multidimensional world. We live in a world of duality. Where you are doesn't mean everybody else is. What you're experiencing doesn't mean that everybody else is experiencing it. Everybody has their own snapshot of reality and their picture of truth. And sometimes that causes a clash of ideologies, a clash of beliefs, a clash of knowings, and a clash of truths, a clash of opinions. So one of the things we can do is just ask, you know what? Let my path be clear and protected. Because we can't control what somebody else must do or must not do. So we're not always gonna all be on one page or at the same frequency or vibration. So we can use this deep blue dragon. And again, we're in the Scorpio energy of what? Command and commit, right? And we're at the end of October and we're in the gene key of totality. So within totality is the diversity of many individual things, right? As we were looking at the card with the gene key, we saw that the eyes were the lotus. The nose was the third eye. So we're seeing with our nose. We're healing with our eyes, right? That lotus, right? And we are also the eyes, over the eyes was the sign of the yin yang sign, right? So the sign of wholeness and peace and integration, right? So we see or seek with those eyes. We breathe in through our third eye, right? And the footprints are on the mind, right? Above the brow, right? So there's this multidimensionality, that's this diversity, this harmony of many things just within the face, right? So, so totality, again, the totality of everything, right? And the person is resting on a rose, right? And that there's love surrounding them. So within everything there is love, and there are roses, and there might be some thorns, right? The totality of everything, and leaves to leave, right? So this just reminds us again, this deep blue dragon, the depth of us, going into the depth. It's our immortality, our totality, and the shadow of purposeless. So as we go through this energy, and as we have this transition and transmutation, it's also realizing that I am total within all of my experiences, as well as I am eternal. And there's an aspect of myself, even though the body might die, that is immortal. You know, the archetype for this is the daredevil, and I'll get into that a little bit later. So again, this deep blue dragon is consuming dense energy around you, keeping you safe by clearing your pathway. It's the energy of strength and protection. And of course, that blue energy always brings in that throat chakra energy, as well as writing our wills and our blueprint, right? All of that, feeling strong and protected, right? It helps to clear our lower emotions and our thoughts, right? Clear the lower emotions and thoughts of others, not actually others, right? So again, this gene key is bringing in again the totality of each moment. And this deep blue dragon is again saying, hey, there's your energy and there's others. So even just to have that awareness that everybody's not going to be vibing at the same frequency that you are. And there are lower emotions and lower thoughts that are out there that we need to stand strong as we experience them and tap into our inner strengths, as well as knowing that, hey, I am protected. While this is going on, this is a lower energy. While this is going on, I can be strong and I can feel protected. And that's a very powerful statement to make. And really, we all can make that statement right now, because we all are surrounded right now by some really dense, low energies. It's spilling out into the air. It's spilling out onto the seas and lands of this world, you know? So we can tap into the depth of our waters, the waves, the wisdom, the deep blue. It's all the same energy. Cut it out. To clear the path and bring us to a higher frequency and dimension. Okay, this deep blue dragon also mentions very sensitive people may or not realize how much others' vibrations impact them, right? And again, for empaths as well as sensitives, as well as people with the solar plexus authority, I know, and I speak about this a lot to people that I'm working with, that, you know, as a child, I have a solar plexus authority, and I did not know that until about maybe 3 years ago. But as a child, I would remember moving through areas, being in Florida. She didn't get here, you daddy. It's better for you to call in Orlando, especially, and spending the day shopping, or, you know, driving up and down and going through different malls and parks or whatnot. And I would feel the density, and there would be this sadness and this low energy that to just take over me. And I remember my mom would ask me, what's wrong? And I would just say, I don't know. I just feel sad, you know? And as an adult, learning about my solar plexus authority, and how those of us that have that solar plexus authority, we feel everything, and we feel others' emotions, and we're impacted by other energies more easily, and we really have to create a safe space, barriers and borders for ourselves, as well as know how to protect our energy when we go out into the world, right? So that's just a little something extra, you know, for empaths, sensitives, and people with the solar plexus authority. You know, we really are impacted heavily by other people's energy. So we know that there is something that you can do to fortify and guard yourself, as well as clearing your paths, not having to be impacted by everything that goes on around you, right? Be the lighthouse, and stand in your power. So this is also talking about protecting, and this is we can use this mentality or mythology, whichever one you want to use it as, on your homes, on your areas, families and vicinities, you know, to make sure that they are protected. You can protect your home, protect your workspace, protect your loved ones, protect going to someplace tomorrow. Hey, let me clear that path right now, so tomorrow there's nothing for me to worry about or be anxious about or feel that I'll be in any danger, because I've already stepped into that moment and protected that space and cleared that space for me, you know? So that's something that we can definitely do. The main issue here is about transmuting lower energies so that we are no longer moving through the dense energy of others. And of course, we feel lighter and happier because we're not absorbing anybody else's BS. All right, 1133 coming on, and the angels and ancestors agree. All right, let's move along to the unicorns. And this one was a cosmic rainbow, number 15, and number 8, open to abundance. Cosmic Rainbow number 15 wants to remind us to look for the pot of gold. And what does gold mean? What does gold symbolize? Again, for me, it symbolized protection and worth. So there's a lot of protection energy around us right now. Universe wanting us to know we are protected, especially when we tap into the cosmic rainbow, right? When we tap into ourself, when we tap into our essence of totality, right? When we tap into our daredevil. That is the archetype for this gene key, the daredevil. When we go past that shadow of purposelessness and we go into the gift of totality, right? That's when we are able to access our gold, right? I always thought that the end of the rainbow was that pot of gold, was you, the true you, the real you, right? And it's no synchronicity that the rainbow carries the same color codes as our chakras, right? So you are the pot of gold at the end of your rainbow, the true golden you, right? This card talks about that the cloud is behind us, reminding us to be positive, to stay optimistic, to trust, and to have faith. It also tells us that unexpected events are ahead. So again, Gene Key 28, the gift of totality, knowing that all things exist underneath the sun, right? That comes into mind. So unexpected events are ahead. That doesn't mean that those unexpected events that are ahead of us are coming to crush us or to kill us or to weaken us. Let's just say it right now. Any unexpected event that is along my path to cross, I will conquer. I will alchemize. It will boost me to my next becoming and most productive and prosperous timeline. Speak it into existence today. You decide how the unexpected events coming your way will impact you. You decide whether it will be a positive outcome or a negative outcome, and you can decide that today. Okay, we also decide these things in our response, right? How we respond to unexpected events. But this card is a good news card, right? So it's telling us to look for the pot of gold. Again, look for the and I'm thinking that look for the worth within all of these unexpected events. Look for the value of it, right? And see how golden and protected you are, that all of these things can happen and you can actually move through them unharmed. Or even if there was some setback or challenge that you encountered while it was happening, that you conquered it and you overcame. So look at your strength, protection, and worth. See the gold at the end of the rainbow, at the end of the journey, right? It talks about rewarding you for what you've already learned and accomplished on your journey. So again, our worth, that's that worth, knowing that, hey, my pain is not in vain. And everything that I've gone through, it has strengthened and taught me something and made me wise and made me beautiful and made me strong and made me capable, you know, and it made me divine. It made me transform and transmute like wine, right? So it's talking about the fulfillment of our deepest and dearest hopes and desires, right? So that's the good news, right? Go through the deep blue dragon. Go through the darkness, embracing the darkness. This is what this gene key is all about. So going through these moments, knowing that, you know what, I can make it through because of what I've learned and what I've accomplished. And as I go through this, there will be a pot of gold called me that is worthy and knows that I am protected at all times. Recognize our specialities and our uniqueness and our worthiness. This is what Unicorn 15 is here to tell us. And it's a beautiful message at the end of October, at the end of that eclipse portal that we've been through for the last 2 weeks, and the breaking open of the Scorpio season, right? Where we go into the depths of ourselves and our deepest waters, as well as we honor and connecting with our ancestors, right? Over the next couple days too. So watch for the golden pot to arrive in your life and accept it, right? And then card number 8, it's such a beautiful union with 15 and 8, right? 1 and 5 is 6, and 6 and 8 is 14 and 5. So again, breakthrough, liberate, right? Liberation, center, liberate, freedom, this 5 energy, right? The combination of these two messages, unicorn number 8, reminding us, open to abundance. It says believe, but I say no, you deserve, and accept plenty and no, you deserve, accept plenty and prosperity, right? It says believe. We're going to scratch out belief and say, I know that I deserve. I know that I deserve plenty, and I know that I am prosperity. Right? We're going to swap it up. You can make anything more powerful for you. Okay, so I'm going to read the abundance, the open to abundance message, because it supports number 15, and it's really nothing new. So I'll just read through it quickly. What it says, this is a card of bounty. Abundance is your birthright, a wealth of happiness, excitement, satisfaction, creative freedom, success, love, and friendship, as well as material prosperity, is available to you from a loving and benevolent source. The universe is plentiful and generous. Your guidance is to open up to the higher possibilities and opportunities that are accessible to you. With this card, your unicorn is reminding you that you can attract whatever you know you deserve. Magnify your levels of deservingness to receive all that your heart and soul desire. You merit abundance simply because you are a beloved child of the universe. Knowing this enables your consciousness to expand and draw more to you. Imagine that there is a gray cloud partially or fully blocking the sun. That cloud represents all the beliefs that prevent you from perceiving the light that is directed towards you. And if you look at the cosmic rainbow card, you'll see that that cloud is in the card, but behind the person. So the clouds are behind us, right? Beyond it are the riches, the happiness, the love, the success, the plenty, the cornucopia of prosperity that is waiting to come to you. Remember that you only have to blow away those old beliefs, and abundance is yours for the asking. Just know you deserve it. They said just know, not just believe. It says your unicorn is reminding you that good is waiting to come to you as soon as you enlarge your abundance consciousness. Your guidance is to focus on what you want so you can start to attract it. Gene Key 28, the gift of totality, the shadow of purposelessness, and the CD of immortality. Such beautiful messages from the key itself, from the deep blue dragons, as well as the unicorn of abundance and the cosmic rainbow. The archetype for this gene key is the Daredevil. And before we leave, I just wanted to read something from unlockyourdesign.com, 64 doorways, which is the human design aspect that goes along with the gene key system. The Daredevil represents purpose, psyche, and myth. The Daredevil is an archetypical hero's journey against overwhelming odds. He won't allow anyone to stop him from finding and living his purpose. This archetype has learned to embrace struggle and enjoy the challenge. He is always ready to take any risk in order to find meaning in life. Aware that the current incarnation isn't forever, he embarks on any endeavor that makes him feel more alive. Isn't that an interesting archetype to embody? The Daredevil. So as we end this beautiful month and step into November, may we find a little bit of Daredevil within us, and may we definitely be blessed with the gift of totality. May we release any shadows that are within us of purposelessness, and may we fully embrace and embody the beautiful city of immortality, knowing that a part of us is that too. Have a beautiful and blessed Hallows Eve. Mama. Hey.
You even have teeth him up.
In the room. I'll be quiet.